when, like you say, like you design the office, what the office is going to look like, or you know, do you feel that in some projects is it like the branding and the color scheme and all of that essential to be created first before you create these other things, or is it sometimes like, okay, well, let's create this room and then you get ideas for other parts of it?
No, the intention comes first, like the meaning.
Right.
So if I pick certain materials for the office, like wood, metal, concrete, green, whatever it is, these are things that have been already set way before you get to the office space. These are things that originated, that make sense, that they belong there.
Right. So you gotta choose your colors first before you
start with meaning first.
Right.
Yeah. Right. So before before you even get to design, do your work, do your research. You know, make sure what this person, which I call that a brand world. When I do a brand world for a company, it's basically creating a baby in a way. It has its DNA, its
fucking these companies, see that?
Its tones, its voice. But every company engages to the audience in their own way, and that's basically what it is, to identify what way works for this brand, what way makes sense for this brand, what way is true to this brand. One thing you don't ever want to do is nothing that's not real to it, because if it's not real, it's gonna die eventually. That's how I see it. Like any big company has a mission statement, a goal, and a vision that has never changed to this day. Including Apple, Nike, McDonald's. They stay true to their brand world. As human beings, we all have brand truths. These are things that would never change about you, of your character. They would, no matter what you go through, it will always be you.
So then, what would you consider a rebrand? Then, right? Well, isn't a rebrand a change in the way?
Well, a rebrand is more like an evolution, like
okay.
Because you're taking what's existing and you're trying to make it better.
Okay.
You shouldn't come in and fuck somebody else's work up, because you gotta respect other designers. Even if it's in your point of view, even if it's shitty, you have to at least take a look at it and understand what they were trying to do.
Right, because I see some car companies that they'll change or they'll make their design, their logo more sleek or a different color.
That's because of time. After time, your logo may not be timeless.
Yeah, I think
not everybody has a Nike logo that is timeless.
Right. Yeah, and car companies they do. I feel like car companies change a lot.
That was just an example. I mean, I've seen other industries and things like that.
But people don't like the change at first. But then, like Franklin said, with time, people start to love it. With BMW, they changed, for some reason, they changed their iconic grille. They made it ridiculously huge. And now, 2-3 years in, people love it. It's just
same shit with big phones, man. Like Samsung.
Big phones,
Samsung started with big phones. People were making fun. Oh, in 5 years you have TVs on your.
Right. And look at us now. We all got those fucking TVs on our face.
But it's it's things that you have to think of the future. If what's in now, it's not necessarily gonna be relevant in a couple of years. So I don't really follow trends because of that. Because it's something of the time, of the moment, not of. It just, as long as it's true to you, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I think that's in general. That's like society, right? I think because social media, we all have short attention spans. Everybody lives in the moment and doesn't really see tomorrow. They just go with what's in now, memes and shit. There's a meme of the week. It feels like all the time, and they just dive into that, and then people want to make their companies after this meme. It's next week, your company and that meme is irrelevant.
Yeah.
You gotta make it more. Like you said, alive, more vibrant.
You're gonna ride the wave and look for the next one.
Right. Yeah.
You're gonna ride the wave and look for the next one, or be the wave.
Yeah, that's great advice.
I mean, yeah.
I think it's more about identifying what kind of surfer you are. You know what I mean? Because the waves are gonna come and go, but who are you on those waves? Because that's what the audience is gonna see. How you ride those waves. Maybe there's some waves you don't ride. Because that's not who you are.
So